The 25th HELCOM Baltic Sea International Oil Spill Response Exercise, Balex Delta, took place in Latvia on June 10 and 11, 2014. Exercise was attended by ships and observers from all the Baltic Sea countries, namely Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Germany, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Russia and Sweden, as well as observers from outside the Baltic Sea region. The exercise consisted of two parts. The first part, communication and place of refuge exercise, was carried out on June 10th, and the second part, operational exercise at sea and on shore, was carried out on June 11. Here is the scenario. On June 10, at 7:38 AM local time, tanker Angi reports collision with a fishing vessel Kalvene in the Latvian response area of the Baltic Sea at coordinates 57 degrees 35 minutes north, 21 degrees 30 minutes east.
Motor vessel Angi out.
Exercise. Mayday. Motor vessel Angi. Information received about collision at fishing vessel Kalve.
Tanker reports that the total cargo on board is 70,000 metric tons of crude oil. Due to a hull damage, a spill of 10,000 tons of crude oil occurs. On the same day, in 1.5 hours after the accident, MRCC committee is convened at the Latvian Navy Coast Guard Service emergency room. MRCC committee consists of authorized representatives from all the national competent authorities, such as Maritime Administration, Port Authority, Environmental Service, Fire Service, etc. 20 minutes later, the tanker reports total loss of cargo from one cargo tank in the amount of 10,000 metric tons. Immediately, the National Oil Spill Response Plan is activated. Oil response vessels of the Latvian Navy are alerted. International pollution reports, Polrep Baltic, are distributed using the Helsinki Convention communication guidelines and the European Union Ship Reporting Communication System, SafeSeaNet. Almost 3 hours after the collision, the damaged tanker requests the Maritime Rescue Coordination Center of the Latvian Coast Guard to grant a place of refuge. It takes some time for the MRCC committee to take decision on granting place of refuge in the closest port, which is Ventspils Freeport. Finally, MRCC committee takes decision to request international assistance, which is done through the Polrep Baltic system and Common Emergency Communication and Information System of the European Union. The next day, on June 11, operational exercise both at sea and on shore is carried out. Early in the morning, Latvian Navy patrol vessel Jelgava arrives at the exercise area in order to deploy popcorn on water surface, which has to simulate the oil spread and drift at sea. 20 cubic meters of popcorn are deployed in several spots. Shortly afterwards, the International Baltic Sea Oil Spill Response Fleet, this time represented by 17 ships from 8 countries and the European Union, arrives at the exercise area.
HELCOM Exercise Balex Delta 2014. Startex.
Start of the exercise is announced by the Maritime Rescue Coordination Center of the Latvian Coast Guard. The Supreme On-Scene Commander is appointed on the Latvian Navy ship Varonis. The Supreme On-Scene Commander divides the exercise area into 4 sub-areas and appoints a strike team in each area, as well as a leading ship for each strike team. So, there are 4 strike teams: Alpha, Bravo, Charlie and Delta, each of them consisting of 4 vessels from different countries. Ships take positions in their response sub-areas and start to deploy oil spill response equipment, oil collection arms, booms, skimmers and pumps. When all the equipment is deployed, each strike team is ready to start oil sweeping operation. Aim of the vessels is to cover the appointed area and to collect as much oil as possible from the surface of the water. The airplane Britain Defender of the Latvian Institute for Environmental Solutions, equipped with specific radars, performs aerial surveillance in order to observe the drift of oil spill and guide the ships in the right direction. Air operations are coordinated by the helicopter Mi-17 of the Latvian Air Forces. At the same time, the Latvian Coast Guard Service carries out oil drift forecast. which indicates that the oil spill will reach the coastline in 5 hours. Immediately, shoreline response units of the Latvian Navy, State Fire Service and State Environmental Service are alerted. Coastal on-scene coordinator is appointed by the State Fire Service. After arrival to the affected coastline, the coastal response units start to deploy oil recovery equipment, coastal booms, absorbent booms and skimmers. Also, wildlife response operation is carried out, where birds are affected by oil are collected and delivered to bird cleaning facility. During the exercise, about 40 observers from the Baltic Sea area and other international organizations, as well as mass media, arrived to the exercise area on board of the Latvian Navy vessel Virsaitis. All day long, response units at sea and on the coast practice procedures of oil localization, collection and primary storage. Every hour, report about the amount of collected oil is provided to the Supreme On-Scene Commander. Afterwards, the Supreme On-Scene Commander provides situation reports to the Maritime Rescue Coordination Center of the Latvian Coast Guard. At the end, Latvian Coast Guard dispatches an airplane to assess how much oil is still on the water surface. Finally, at 3 o'clock p.m., end of exercise is announced by the Maritime Rescue Coordination Center. As a result of the exercise, in total, imaginary 2,965 metric tons of oil has been recovered by oil response vessels and 13 tons by the coastal units. Also, 15 birds affected by oil have been collected and delivered for rehabilitation. Now, all the ships enter Ventspils Freeport, where analysis of the results is carried out and the social event is organized for the participants of the exercise. Next day, the HELCOM 20th rowing competition takes place in the Freeport of Ventspils. One by one, the paddles of the rowing boats are broken, adding to the positive climate of the exercise. With much effort, the Latvian seamen win the HELCOM trophy, Deep Sea Diver's Helmet. Afterwards, ships are open for public and may depart to their home ports. Participants are looking forward to the next Balex Delta exercise, which will take place in August 2015 in Poland.